What's going on, guys? Mcskillet here with another CSGO video, and today's video is going to be on the top 10 rarest gun skins for CSGO. And I didn't include any souvenir or StatTrak skins for this video because otherwise it gets sort of complicated, and there's some skins where there's only like one in the world. There's a lot of souvenirs that are only one in the world, so it'd be kind of hard to make top 10 because I'd think there might be more than 10 skins where there's only one in the world. But for this video, I picked all skins that are just normal skins, so skins in the non-StatTrak or non-souvenir form, and some of these skins are actually still insanely rare. Also, there's a couple skins in the revolver case that might be able to make it into this video, but I didn't include them because in a couple months there's probably going to be enough of them dropped for where they wouldn't be in this video, so I wouldn't want to make a video on skins that just came out. But before I get into number 10, I want to put things into perspective. Basically, there's over 800 factory new op dragon lures known to exist on online databases. I'm going to be using CSGO.exchange and CSGO Zone, which are both databases with hundreds of thousands of skins on them, and I've basically found the 10 least common skins on those databases. So these are the 10 rarest skins fitting the requirements for this video. So let's get into number 10 now. So coming in at number 10, we have the XM Blaze Orange in the factory new condition. There's only 43 of these known to exist in factory new, and this is in the same collection with the M4A4 Modern Hunter, except this skin is actually rarer than the M4A4 Modern Hunter. And I was thinking of why that could possibly happen, and I think it's because so many of these skins have been used to trade up to the M4A4 Modern Hunter that there's rarely any of them out there, and people don't really trade up factory new Modern Hunters. They just keep them because they're so valuable, it's not worth it. But these skins can actually, people can try to trade them up to get the M4A4 Modern Hunter. And also the Nova Blaze Orange is number 9, basically as rare as the other one. Somehow there's slightly less of them. I guess these are also used to trade up to 100s as well. They're also in the Militia Collection. And at number 8, we have yet another skin in the Militia Collection. Actually, half the skins in this video are in the Militia Collection. I think the Militia Collection just wasn't dropped very often. The skins were only available for a very short period of time, it seems like. And all the skins in that collection are also really uncommon to get factory new. So you will hardly find any factory new skins in the Militia Collection. That's why there's only 35 of these known to exist. But at number 7, we have the Augie Akihabara Accept Factory New. There's only 31 of these, and this skin's worth quite a lot as well. This skin's worth like $800 almost, at least 300 keys I would say for a bottom of the line float one. And this is the highest tier skin from the Rising Sun collection, which has the AK Hydroponic, and the AK Hydroponic is also a pretty expensive skin, so it's kind of hard to trade those up to get this. That's why the factory new one's so valuable and rare. But next up we have the MP9 Bulldozer. This is also in a very old collection with the Glock Fade, and a very, very rare skin to get factory new. It's possible to trade up to it, but it's really, really uncommon for it to actually be drops in the factory new condition. That's why there's only 30 of these known to exist, and these skins do not drop anymore. So the next skin is the Scar 20 Splash Gem, which is the highest tier skin in the Militia Collection, which I already discussed. Every skin in that collection is super rare to get factory new, and not too many of them were dropped in the first place. And this is the only pink skin in that collection. This is what the M4A4 Modern Hunter can trade up to, but it's basically impossible for this to get factory new, just insanely rare for this to be dropped. And at number 4, we actually have the Nova Modern Hunter, another skin from the Militia Collection, which is somehow rarer than both the M4A4 Modern Hunter, which is a purple skin, and it's rarer than the Scar 20 Splash Jam, the pink skin in the Militia Collection. I'm not really sure entirely why. I was trying to think of why this is so rare, and I think it's because it's kind of a bland looking skin, and I feel like most people that got this skin in factory new might have just tried to trade it up to the factory new Modern Hunter and probably failed every time. But anyway, this skin, I guess a lot of them were used in trade ups, so there's very limited amounts of these that are still factory new and exist today, so that's why this skin is so rare. And it's actually a lot rarer than both of the Blaze Oranges. I think it's just because it's a little bit blander looking, and people want to use this in trade ups rather than the Blaze Oranges. But now for the final 3 rarest skins in CSGO. Surprisingly, none of these are factory new skins. It's just that there's certain skins for CSGO that are also rare to get in the worst condition rather than the best condition. I have a whole video about that as well. Not sure why that video got so many views, but I guess a lot of you guys have seen that one already. But anyway, the well-worn G3 Chronos is actually insanely rare because if you look at the float values here, there's very little room where this can actually be dropped in the well-worn condition. And also this trades up to the M4A4 Poseidon, which is a much more desirable skin obviously, so a lot of these were used in trade-ups, and it's just really rare to get in the well-worn condition, basically making this the 3rd rarest skin for CSGO that's not StatTrak or Souvenir. But the second rarest skin for CSGO is actually the Augie Hot Rod in the minimal wear condition. Almost all of these were used in Glock Fade trade-ups, and this is another skin that just barely ever comes in the minimal wear condition. It's almost always factory new, but as you can see, float value range is only a very small percentage where it could be dropped in the minimal wear condition, and every time you'll do a trade-up for this skin, you'll get a factory new one, so you can only get a minimal wear one from drops, making this extremely rare, and almost all of them are used in Glock Fade trade-ups because it's in the same collection with the Glock Fade, which doesn't drop anymore, so surprisingly, the minimal wear version of the Augie Hot Rod is the second rarest skin. And for number 1, this was actually quite surprising, but when you think about it, it actually makes a lot of sense. This is basically on the same boat as the Augie Hot Rod, where it's super rare to get minimal wear. You can't get this in the minimal wear condition from a trade-up, and almost all these were used to trade up to Glock Fades. And the reason this is even less common than the Augie Hot Rod, I think, is because this is such a bland looking skin, and the Augie Hot Rod is actually sort of a nice looking skin, not really a minimal wear to be honest, but either way, this is probably the most boring skin for CSGO, and it's actually quite valuable just because it can trade up to the Glock Fade. So almost all the minimal wear ones were used for Glock Fade trade-ups, which you should pretty much always get a factory new one if you're actually, you can only get a factory new one if you did a trade-up for a Glock Fade. So yeah, that's why this is so rare. It doesn't drop anymore. All of them were used for Glock Fade trade-ups pretty much, and it's super rare to get in the minimal wear condition, making the rarest non-souvenir or non-StatTrak skin for CSGO, the Negev Anodized Navy, surprisingly. Alright, that's just about it for this video, guys. I hope I didn't miss anything. The Aught Medusa, the Mag 7 Hazard, the FAMAS Spitfire, those all factory new. Those actually aren't even rare enough to get in this list if you're going to suggest that those could be in the list as well. But I don't think I missed anything else otherwise, and these are the rarest non-souvenir or StatTrak gun skins for CSGO. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm Mcskillet, and I'm out.